Hey everyone! Today we're going to go over and discover the new Luma 3.14, RayPoint 3.14, also known as, what, RayPi? RayPi. Wow. Kind of a cheesy name, but hey, it's a pretty cool image generator. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some text to video, and then we're going to do some image to video, frame to video. And there is a little caveat there, so we're going to have to watch that. But I'm pretty excited to show you this because I've had some early results with 3.14 and it's pretty fantastic. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a text to video. Text to video to me is limited in its usefulness, right? It's okay for a B-roll. You know, you need something that you're going to throw in between scenes. You need kind of an outside shot, but it's not necessarily your part of your main story. At least for me, because it's hard to be consistent on text to video, from shot to shot to shot. If you're doing some sort of explainer video, maybe it can work, but if you actually have characters, you're just not going to get it. So to me, it's limited usefulness. To you, it might be what you need for your advertising campaign. This is coming from the perspective of a content creator. If you're coming from it from an advertiser, then you probably have a different thought. But first, let's do a text to video with Luma 3.14. So let's do something like a dog, a golden retriever. Let's make it more specific. Retriever. A golden retriever that is spelled correctly. Walks into a room and lays down on a dog bed. Okay, so that is the basic prompt. Now let's make it right now it's just kind of a dumb prompt, right? And it's just what I came out ahead. But let's make it a little bit more specific. A photorealistic, right? We don't want no animated dog in this. The lighting is natural light comes into the room. Typing is not my strength, man. It just isn't. Into the room from an open window. It is a sunny day at, what do you think, 2 p.m.? Say 2 p.m. Okay, so that's our text prompt. Now let's look at this little menu here. There are lots of ways to look at this. So there are 3 options for our prompt. One is we can do 1080. Whoa, that's 800 credits. It's also 10 seconds. So let's drop it down, 400 credits. Why is that important? It's because a plan, and we'll go over this, the plans for for Luma aren't super cheap. 10,000 credits is about $24 a month. Well, 10,000 credits sounds like a lot of credits, right? I only have like 26,000 for clean. But here's the thing, 400 credits is 4%. You could do 25 of these clips in a month. You know, that's, so unless you go to the next tier where you're in relaxed mode, where you have unlimited, that's quite a bit. And you don't know if it's going to work, so let's not do that. So let's go down to this draft mode. And I like draft mode because you can get your video generated, you can see if it's what you want, and then you just upscale it, right? And then you pay the piper. We're only at 20 credits, right? And here's another thing that's cool. Let's say we wanted Ray 3. It's 60 credits. It's more. We're getting a better model for a third of the credits. Like, thank you, I'll do that. So 20 credits. And another thing that I've noticed with 3.14, it's fast, right? So let's hit it. Boom. Let's see what we get. In the meantime, I'm going to show you something that I did previously. I'm not going to tell you what I did previously. We're going to wait for it. And the reason why we're going to wait is one of the things that AI has a bad habit of, or reputation, is the AI slop. And that's definitely a concern, right? I'm not saying it's not an issue, it is. And the problem is people prompt something in, and then they think they've done something, but you haven't, right? You haven't. AI is best used when it amplifies your creativity. So if you've ever seen any of my live streams, that's what I really aim for. Amplify your creativity. So you create the story, you create the ideas, and there are things that you just can't do, right? I don't have a golden retriever. I can't film it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. But if I have a tool that allows me to do a golden retriever, put it in a bed, then we can go there. And then so you can create the story about your golden retriever, about his day, a day in the life of the golden retriever, how the golden retriever saved Timmy, whatever you want to do. You now have those possibilities, but it has to be your story. It has to come from your brain and allow AI to create the polish to have your vision come to reality, right? That's the difference, in my opinion, between AI slop and a good human-directed AI content. So I'm done preaching. Let's look and see how our golden retriever looks. We've got our golden retriever. He's going into a bed. He sits down. That looks pretty good. You got the window here at high noon. The sun's coming out. I think this is a great result, really. I mean, I would say at this point, this result is top tier, right? So it's as good as Runway 4.5, Veo 3.1. Anything out there, I would say, this is text image, and we'll get into text to video. We'll get into image to video in a minute. But now let's go back to our board. And you see how it says hi-fi? We're going to go ahead and bump that up. So let's go ahead and hit high five. And by the way, this video is not sponsored. I'm not an affiliate with Luma right now. So this is my real opinion. And so here's a thing that I did yesterday. I made this video of this line going through. And again, that's a good result, right? It's a very good result. I'm very happy with that. I also did a T-Rex running through a field. I've upscaled this. Look at the texture on that T-Rex. You see the grass, you see the the focal reach. This is good. If we wanted, we can't do a 10-second video and draft. Sorry, you'd have to take it, I think, to 720 to get it. And now you're at 200 credits, which is reasonable. That means you get 50 videos in a generation. So let's look at these programs here, view plans. I would always recommend, and most people recommend, that if you're trying out a model, you want to do the monthly plan first. Just make sure it's something that you really are going to use. Don't waste money on needless models. Yearly, $288, that's pretty reasonable. 10,000 credits sounds like a lot, and it probably is a lot, depending on what you're going to do. But if you have a significant workflow, you're going to burn through those pretty fast. So just keep that in mind. The unlimited plan, I don't have it, so I don't know how fast the unlimited generations actually occur. I know with Runway they can take time, but that's a different video for a different day. But let's go back to our hi-fi version, which is still being generated. And we're going to see what it looks like eventually. So here's a video a clip I did earlier in Ray 3 in Ray 3, right? So this is the previous quality of Ray, where I wanted this tabby cat, to chase a mouse. The cat doesn't look good. He's elongated. The grass, it has this weird pixelation. This is an unusable product, in my opinion. This is just not good enough. It just is not good enough for any kind of content I would want to create. This dog is in 3.14, right? This I can use. You can use this in an advertising campaign. This is good, in my opinion. Hey, there might be something you want better, but this is very, very solid result. All right, so now we did our text to video. Now we want to do an image to video. And you can use the image generator of your choice. If you want to use Nano Banana Pro, if you want to use Black Forest Labs, you know, their Flux models, or GPT 4.5, 1.5, whatever it is. Use whatever you want. Let's try right now, since we're talking about Luma. Let's make that. So a dog. We'll stick with a golden retriever. A golden retriever. Stares at a, what should he be staring at? A ball. At a tennis ball that is sitting in a well manicured lawn. It is 2 p.m. on a, let's change a little bit, cloudy day. Okay, now let's throw the old photorealistic. And this is kind of, I wouldn't call this a smart prompt, but it's not truly a dumb prompt. And what I mean by that is a smart prompt is something that you would take and you put through something like Claude, or you put it through ChatGPT, and you describe the scene that you want, and then you tell it the model you're using, and it will create a prompt. That's a smart prompt. Smart prompts have issues too. Sometimes it gives you too much detail, and you really constrain these models, and you put them in a bind. So there's too many constraints, and so it creates some kind of weird result. A dumb prompt is like, I want a dog looking at a ball, right? So you give it unlimited constraint, unlimited flexibility in the model, and sometimes it comes up with something that's fantastic. Sometimes it creates something that's definitely not what you want. And then you have kind of like what I just heard. I would consider this like a semi-smart prompt, right? I gave it, hey, we're looking for something photorealistic, right? It needs to look like a real dog. We're giving it a time and a cloudy day. So that's kind of like a pseudo lighting preference. So that's giving it kind of the things that we want. So this image is going to cost us 8 credits. So if you're doing the math at home, that'd be what, 125, I think, or so, that you can do on your plan, which isn't too bad. But again, use the image generator of choice for you. If you only have a subscription to Luma, you can use it. Oh, we got 2 dogs. We got 2 dogs, people. We got 2 dogs. Let me see here. Photo says the tennis ball. It is cloudy on 2 p.m. day. Okay. One. I wasn't smart enough, right? I said it was semi-smart. I didn't say it was smart. 1 photorealistic golden retriever dog. All right, let's see what happens now. So again, I didn't constrain it enough. It gave me 2 dogs. That's on me. It's on me. I didn't tell it. There we go. This is a good result. Oh, it's like a little golden retriever puppy. I'm going to say it's pretty good. I like the grass. I like the focal point. The texturing on the dog is solid, but right here you can see it gets a little bit. It gets a little too soft. I think it's the best. You don't have enough edge retention on it, so it kind of it looks like it's about 90% real, 10% animated. Not a bad result. Not a bad result. Would I use it in actual content? Maybe. What I would do with this result is I would take it through Topaz Labs Bloom and hit the photorealism option, and it would really make this dog pop. It would really look good. So that's the other thing is one of the you can't just prompt and go. Again, that's kind of slop, right? You really haven't done a lot. Prompt, get your dog in this case, and then you can take it, put it through another AI kind of polisher like Topaz Lab, which is a great piece of software, and then you can get something that you're really proud of that looks real. All right, so now we've got our dog, and we're going to make a video. So we're going to use 3.14 for our video of our dog. Right? Wrong. As of right now, there's no 3.14 image to video option. They're so close to being right, but it's wrong. So you get to use Ray 3. Now we're at 320 credits, right? Not great. And besides, you know, you can only do 30 videos like that in a month on that plan. On my plan. So do I really want to do it? I do, of course, because, you know, I'm showing you how to do it. But just keep that in mind. Eventually, obviously, they're going to have image to video. When that happens, I think that this 3.14 is going to be a fantastic tool. Right now, I would say their text to video is, if not the best, it's real close to the best. But, the photorealistic golden retriever I before E except after C. Looks at the tennis ball. Stands up and walks away. Again, no draft mode. Alright, we definitely, oh, okay, 720. And really, this is kind of weird. Going from 720, 320 credits. 1080 is 330 credits. Okay. Let's see if we can do 720 in 10 seconds. We can't. Sorry. We can't do HDR. So some of these might just be particulars of the picture I did. Let's do 1080. We're going to spend those extra 10 credits. But it's going to take a little longer. So I'm going to show you some other stuff. Boom, let's go. Alright, so images are pretty good. I did this earlier. It's a cat looking at a bird on a post. Again, pretty good for the image. You can see that you have this nice out of focus region here and out of focus there, so you have a focal plane. Obviously it's focused probably right on the eye of the cat. One thing that I didn't tell it to do in the prompt that I wish it had done was ideally the cat would be looking at the bird, right? Have you ever seen a cat like with a bird on a post and he's like looking off into who knows what? But in terms of actual the artistry of the image, I think it's good. I mean, it's usable for sure. I tried to do one of a cat chasing a mouse. So here's a tabby cat. Again, he's looking off over here. The mouse is here. It's like, you know, there's episodes of Tom and Jerry back in the day where, you know, most of them where Tom was chasing Jerry. He was like trying to catch him. Some of my favorite episodes was when Tom and Jerry were like friends and they were like trying to do things together. And that's what we have here. We've got the cat and the mouse are like buddies. I did an image to video yesterday, and this is Ray 3.0 original. It was supposed to be a clown comes into a saloon and clicks his heels. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, this is not a usable result. I mean, it floats. These mouths don't look real. It's not a usable thing. So, again, I find that Ray 3 is so-so. It's kind of a mid-tier to me. Ray 3.14 has really, in my opinion, raised the bar. Again, and that's me at this moment in time. I don't have any affiliate links. I have no skin in this game, but to help you try to figure out the best possible result you have. One thing you're going to notice right here, even though we're going from image to video, it's taking a lot longer, right? It just is. It's taking a lot longer. I made this video right here in Ray 3. Is it Ray 3? Yeah. So this is actually a nice comparison too. This is the Earth rotating and then the moon. You know, you can see the sun back there. You've got apparently a bunch of meteors that are about to hit the Earth and kill us all. I'd say it's okay, but today ain't showing. We're gonna refresh and see what happens, and if not, I've got a different computer that can show it to you. Yes, right here. So this is 3, right? This Earth kind of looks floaty. It's pixelated. Part of that's because I probably did in 720. Oh, so here it is. Yeah, you know, if I could possibly use it. But then on 3.14, I made the same video. And this is quite a bit better. Right? And let's see. And this is in draft mode too, right? So the quality of this in 3.14 is actually better than Ray 3 reasoning from last week. So I think that's pretty crazy. All right, so this is in Ray 3. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Right, so the prompt looks at the tennis ball, stands up, and walks away. All right, why is the tennis ball floating away? I mean, this is not. The grass, let's look at it. The grass texture looks okay, but again, a lot of the stuff, these details, are coming from the image that we created. We saw some fluttering back here. It's not, to me, it's not a usable result. And I mean, you've got this hallucination with the tennis ball. I mean, it would be one thing if the tennis ball was rolling, I guess. But it's just sliding across the lawn. And you just can't use it. So, in summary, let's go over some stuff. RayPi. Didn't come up with the name. Like the results for text to video. I think it's great. I think that this stuff right here is as good as it gets. Very excited for it. Except it's text to video. The image results, very good. I think that it's a solid choice for you. I know a lot of people use Midjourney and stuff like that, or Nano the Banana Pro, which to me is the best out there. But this definitely will work. So the question that you have on a lot of this stuff, I'm rambling a bit, but is you don't want to buy everything, right? You just can't, and especially with Luma, because there's very few things that give you full access to Luma. You can get Kling, you can get Sora, you can get Veo 3.1, like a Higgsfield, they'll have that. But then there are these other programs that are a little harder to get in aggregators. You can't get it like a Vado or Pixverse or a Luma. So you got to have good, solid comparisons on what it can do and what it can't do. And hopefully that's what I can provide. So you're not buying every subscription because it gets expensive. I know, trust me. Going back to it, image to video. They don't have it in 3.14 yet, or in Pi yet. And in my opinion, Ray 3 just isn't solid enough yet. My guess is that within a few weeks they're going to have it. I think they're probably following the same path that Runway did with 4.5. Runway 4.5, great text to video results. And then it took them about 4 to 6 weeks to be able to give you image to video results. And now those image to video results are actually very, very good. I'm very impressed with that too. So if you have any questions, leave a comment, and I'll try to answer it for you. Sorry that we might have ran a little longer than I expected, but I think this is important. The stuff moves so fast, and what works at the end of January 2026 might not be relevant in March of 2026. So you got to keep up, people.